Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
We got 4.
Blue, blue, blue.
We got 4.
Red, red's up. Hey, 18, 18, 18.
Five's the mic.
18, 18.
Oh, yeah.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Blue, blue, blue.
4 down. Check, check.
Lock in, lock in.
Switch gears.
Off the toss, Cohen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Tight end right.
There you go, we go. You see it, you see it?
4 down.
Red, red's up.
Switch.
Red, red's up.
24 is the mic.
Hey, 18, 18, 18.
24 is the mic.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Red, red's up. Sit up. 180. Red, red's up.
Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift.
We're go, let's go. Hey, 18, 18, 18. Red, red's up.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but
oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Even. 4
Up. 180.
24 is the mic.
Red's up. 18, 18.
That's the way.
Lock in.
Switch it. Come on.
Blue.
24 is the mark.
On second down, Trubisky. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. We got three, fellas. We got three.
Red, Reds up.
Check three.
Red, Reds up.
Hey, check 24.
Red, Reds up. Red, Reds up.
Check the backer.
18. 24 is the mic.
Here's Trubisky to throw.
Let's go.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Michael Kendricks in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Might have needed just one more block as it stands, 37-yard return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
No.
They go play action here on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Blue.
3 down.
Reds up.
Check.
Reds up.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming.
Hey, 18.
Shift. Watch the shift.
There you go. You see it?
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They run. This is Cohen. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Reds up.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down.
Up. 180.
56. Mike, 56.
Here's Trubisky.
Watch a slant.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
No.
Shift.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Oh, he goes up top at the 25. There he goes left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognizes
That's
it.
a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Trubisky. Austin's got it left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down. That's Cohen. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this will be taken at the 13. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back in.
This is caught inside the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 65 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
57. Go Delta. 57's the
Bridgewater now. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Hey, 18. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Red, up.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
18.
Now Trubisky to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Blue. Red, up. Hey, 18.
Shift.
From the gun, it's Trubisky.
Coming.
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? Just because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Five down.
Hey, turn it up.
57.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down, couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Ready. Here we go. 5 down.
We got 4.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
5 down.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Go Delta.
Check.
Go Delta.
Check 59.
Ready.
Mike is 59. Mike.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And this is caught at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this.
Get wide now.
'57's a Mike.
Here we go. 5 down. Here we go. 5 down.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, a lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
18. Lock in, lock in.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Now Trubisky on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. He spins free. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Not sure how you feel about it, but to me, I think we're seeing it in front of our eyes. This league continues to change. Look at the moves you ordinarily get from a running back from the quarterback position.
Yeah, that's like a Le'Veon Bell type move right there, but you're exactly right. The game's kind of evolving in that way, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the quarterback is rapidly becoming an extra running back as well.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Now a pitch out to Kamara. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints add on to their lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Hey, 18. Lock in. Red's up.
Check 9.
On first down, Trubisky. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
3 down. Watch twist.
Blue.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check.
Now they'll run it with Cohen, and he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Strong right.
Red's up.
Even.
Red's up.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Austin. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them in.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Tyler Davison in there to record another sack, their sixth of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23.
3 down, 3 down.
Hey, 18.
Now it's Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Come on, Lon. We better than that.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
4 down.
Red's up.
Alert.
18.
Five's the mic. Five's the mic.
Red's up.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Go Delta.
No chance.
Go Delta.
9.
Go Delta.
59.
Ready.
All day, baby. All day. All right.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Being chased out left. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Saints. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Go Delta. Go ready.
First down, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Second down, Bridgewater. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Now, coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Blitz! Blitz! Woo! Woo! Yeah, baby!
Here we go. 5 down. 5 down. Go Delta.
Bunch set. Watch 80.
Ready.
Watch 89.
Go Delta.
Me and you.
Go Delta. Go Delta. Go Delta.
Who do you want? Who do you want?
Bridgewater. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Here we go. 5 down, 5 down.
They get it to him running left. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defense has only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
Had the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now.
59.
Go Delta.
Check, 59.
3rd and goal for Bridgewater. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Tight end left. 4 down.
Red, top.
4 down.
Blue.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and revert.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Don't let 89 go deep.
Here we go. 5 down.
Quads.
Bridgewater now from the 50. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Go Delta.
We got 4 down.
Go Delta.
54 is Mike. 54.
From the gun, Bridgewater. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Reds up.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Alex Anzalone leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Reds up.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. We got 4.
Reds up.
Trubisky will throw. Looking left side, and it's complete.
That play is good for a Bears first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
Reds up. 180. Lock in. Reds up.
Shift.
Lock in.
Turn up. Kill. Turn.
18.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Reds up.
56 is the mic.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. On the left side, a catch by White. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. They give him a gain of 38.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, 18.
Eyes on 10.
Lock in.
Tighten up.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Trey Burton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears cut into that lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Chicago is lined up for the kickoff. Number 89, the deep return man.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. That's caught at the 25. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
180!
Now Trubisky to throw on second. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Trubisky now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's first and 10.
Red, up.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, 41 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Three down. Set up.
They'll run forward with Tariq Cohen. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
Red, up. Hey, 18. Hey, 18. Lock in.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Anzalone in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Outside's coming. Crash.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. This is Cohen. A little 360.
Oh, man.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Set up. 180. Alert. Red, up. Blue. Lock in.
What we got?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Saints will have the football back. The Saints coming out now to take the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
5 down, 5 down.
Wide.
They go play action here on first down. Out. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
They're coming.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Mike, check.
Go Delta.
59.
On play action, it's Bridgewater.
Blitz.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone
that he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Go.
Red's up.
Now Trubisky to throw. Buying time to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Tight end's Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo. Tight end's on the Ringo.
Go Delta.
4 down.
No.
Hey, watch Sam.
Ready.
Mike,
Bridgewater here to throw. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's taken down inside the 30. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
Number 84, back deep to return.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot, excellent coverage, didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Watch the screen. Pass.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Hey, we are
Reds up.
4 down.
Lock in.
24 is the mic.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Flushed out right. Completes it to Austin. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this.
Jam.
Reds up.
24 is the
Reds up.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
One last shot for Trubisky. He finds Austin complete. Past the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New Orleans, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now.